then the government cannot claim in its honors to be satisfied on how the government is being run. So what we want is economic growth, whereby the young people of Kenya are ensured that once they graduate from college, once they graduate from university, they have some soft landing, because most of these parents have sold everything at their disposal to ensure that they finance education for these children. So the only hope of the families in this country is these young people who have gone to school. So if you kill their life, if you kill their spirits, if you destroy their composure, what about now the families who have already sold everything for their children? That means there will be a lot of hopelessness in the society, and that is how you are going to kill life. People, most of these young people are not even able to reach to the self-actualization level.
In that, because there appears to be a total disconnect between the youth and
there is a total disconnect, most of the time caused by a whirlwind of political promiscuity. And this one has been driven by these political cartels. We have to talk about these political cartels.
Do you feel a national conversation would help address that?
It does not solve anything, because even recently you've seen these MPs taking constitutional amendment bills to ensure that they feather their nest in allocating finances for themselves so that they can steal. It is not about service delivery or even bringing these funds so that they can help Mwananchi. It is about allocating these funds so that they can steal in gigantic proportion and on an industrial scale.
And because we have very few minutes to go, but I have like 2 minutes, I want the three of you to comment on the issue of national conversation and the possibility of that. Clara first.
This national conversation for me doesn't help at all. Last year there were too many conversations after just the protest of the finance bill. There were too many conversations and nothing changed. Nothing happened. Maybe I think they just call upon this conversation to cover up these all things they are doing.
To stop the demo, right?
Yeah, maybe to buy time to maybe stop us from protesting and very many other things. So I think they should not even do that, because it's not helping at all.
Ramadan, do you think that it could serve any purpose?
I don't believe that we have had enough of conversation. We have lacked what we call action, so that we can have impact. I once represented a proposal on how the Ministry of Agriculture can actually make use of the idle land so that we can make Kenya a hub of agriculture in East and Central Africa to address the issue of unemployment and increase food security. Up to date, nothing has been done. So national conversation without impact, it speaks less.
To me also, this dialogue won't make sense. There was a dialogue about the NMF. What happened? Nothing. It's still the same. So even if they continue saying that there should be a dialogue, it won't make sense. They'll just say, there is money that is allocated for the dialogue, and the same money that is allocated should be doing something more constructive other than putting conserving money for people to drink a cup of tea for. Then they'll make a dialogue a whole week. So if you can imagine the money that we're going to spend the whole week just for a single dialogue that even won't change anything, could have just constructed a school, a junior school, or could have just constructed something else that you're going to see that this money has done something other than just a mere dialogue that won't make sense.
And as you come to the end of the conversation, you can see the president is building a church, State House, 1.2 billion shillings. But even more pressing, the Monday. Monday.
Yeah.
So I'll give you 2 minutes. You could talk about the church and the conflict between church and state, as well as Monday. Let's start with you, Maranga. Go first.
Oh, thank you, Fred. You know, personally, I want to talk to Madam Passaris. Passaris, the Honorable Women Rep for Nairobi. You want to create social distance in Maandamano. Maandamano has no formula. Maandamano has no social distance. You want to create barbed wire between the demonstrators and parliament and their parliament. It's our parliament. Passaris, we sent you to that parliament. So we want to warn you, Madam Passaris. Rescind that motion. Withdraw that motion. Let history not count you as the person that sold out an entire generation. You have a Gen Z. You are a mother who was a Gen Z. That you sold us to the devil. Like, you made us social distance during Maandamano. But with your bill or without it, Sabasaba, we will be there across the country. And after Sabasaba, we are occupying members of parliament because we are realizing parliament is the problem. You are the people we are elected to ensure that this accountability that we want the executive to have should be done at parliament. But you are failing. And all of you members of parliament, this is a warning to all of you members of parliament, especially sitting members of parliament. If you are not going to start being accountable and in fact join us on Monday and demand for justice, it's not going to be business as usual. To the police, and especially Gen Z police, nyinyi mabro zetu, you are our sisters. We want you to help us do peaceful demonstration and agitate for accountability of our work. But I know one day the police are going to be on our side. It's not going to take very long. Even King Louis XVI, when he ran away to bring all the army and the royalty army to fight the people, they turned against him. And he was the first guy to face the guillotine.
All right. Thank you, Maranga. Dennis, go next.
Thank you very much. My suggestions is that I would request that that church being built in the State House be built in Uhuru Park so that it serves the people.
You don't need a church.
In an event that is so urgent.
Comrades, don't we have enough churches?
We do.
All right.
We have enough churches.
In an event that church will be so important, then let's see it's important in Uhuru Park where other people can also access it. Two, that money being built for a church, we still have many buildings that do not have lifts for persons with disability. Mm-hmm. They suffer for oppression, they suffer for lack of representation. Let that money, 1.2 billion, be spread across all the counties to ensure that all buildings are accessible for all persons with disability. Number three, let that money to ensure that it reduces the fee that our children are going to pay for September intake. Many people are going to be stuck. Many are going to go for Shylock loans. Many are going for abrupt loans that will be on their hand because those loans are 30% interest. So I would urge that let us shift our priority to the priority of the people. That I am not standing here today because I'm a Luo. I'm not standing here today because I'm a Kenyan. I'm not standing here today because I'm black. But I'm standing here today because I'm a youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis. Ramadan, you go next.
Yes. Maybe my parting shot, I would like to say what we have witnessed for the past days is a call for the government of Kenya to listen to the demands of the youth. We are the majority. We are not demanding that the government should give us everybody money to stay home. We need accountability because every day the government does not depend on people who live in areas they look that they are wealthy. It is our 1 shilling that we spend every day that circulate that stabilize the economy of this country. That now tells you that the government needs to understand that the youth of this country have been pressed, and that's why they are angry. They are not coming out to express their anger because they hate or there's something. The hate has just come because nobody is listening to them. So 2027 is not too far. We are remaining with the 18 months. What we need is accountability before we take them home. Because I believe since last year up to date, if that period has not given them something to listen to what the youth needs, now it communicates to us that actually they don't deserve. We have the solution. We deserve to be there. And I'm telling the residents of Embakasi Central Constituency, I have done so much to my constituents, especially the youth. I'll be vying for the Member of Parliament Embakasi Central Constituency, not because I'm opposing anyone, but I want to propose policies and implement the policies that will be effective to our people. When it comes to the issue of the church, 1.2 billion is a lot of money. And I was seeing a meme that Africa is a proof that religion cannot take you out of poverty. True or false? True. There are so many churches than industries. The report says that after 64 years, USAID have decided to exit their services in Africa. They are projecting that by 2030,